So we close the door. And let's say we're going... Well, I suppose you wouldn't really have a closed door on an A exec most of the time. But all right, so we want to throw one here. Just to make sure that it's not the explosion that breaks the door.
Launching missile.
Yeah, that's fucking ludicrous. Yeah, that's crazy. So it breaks ascent doors. You can use it around the map to break Cypher utility or Killjoy utility. You can use it to break the Killjoy ult really easily. What the hell were you guys talking about earlier with gates? Lotus A to B door as well. Yeah, that's cool. The small breakable doors. But is that what you meant by a gate? Get ready for fast execs. By the time the other team retakes, it's impossible to win because you have Killjoy mollies early into Astrasuck, into TEJO mollies. I know a lot of people will be talking about his post-plant ability. And for sure, this seems like one of the reasons why they've nerfed the post-plant is because this guy just has like super good post-plant ability. But...
All missiles away.
It doesn't last very long. I'm not worried about post-plant, personally. I still think that it's unlikely, maybe if all of the comps... Because the thing is Killjoy really going to be played as much with this guy in the meta? Like, if everyone wanted to play TEJO, you wouldn't be playing mirrored Killjoy comps against this guy. Because even if the post-plant was slightly better with some mollies or whatever, it would just be worse for the rest of the round, and the ults would be gathering very little value. It doesn't seem likely. I mean, maybe you could still put, like, a cam on the plant if you were running Cypher post-plants or something. But I'm not worried about post-plants, I don't think, with this guy, because you'd have to build your comp specifically around them. Like, you'd have to go so crazy into the post-plant setup. It's still good. It's still a great part of his kit that he has that post-plant denial. But I'm just not worried about it being that part being OP. What I think is going to be crazy is the potential to go mad onto a site. But I also think in ranked, this guy's just going to feel good. I haven't played with him enough yet, but this is just my hot take straight out of the gate, is that something that people don't do enough. Let's use an Ascent A exec, for example. When the pros exec on this site, they almost always throw a molly here, or maybe even like here, and they throw a molly here. And they don't tend to smoke heaven very often, but they smoke tree with a molly inside of it. And the reason for that is because you often have players hiding here inside the smoke and hiding here trying to get a pick, right? There's like a jet up on heaven that's trying to peek, get one, and dash out. There's a guy here with like a flash or a recon dart or something looking to try to flash through the smoke, grab one, and then escape into your own smoke. So like pro teams will throw utility here. Ain't nobody in my ranked games doing that. I mean, like, rarely, maybe in my Immortal games, some people will be, you know, throwing a Killjoy molly or a Chaos molly or something over there, or they'll have a lineup as they come out the smoke to get one over there, but it's not common at a lot of levels of ranked. Whereas I think, I mean, me, the TEJO players aren't going to do it either, are they? They're just going to put one like here and one here.
All missiles away.
And frankly, I couldn't be mad about that either, because that looks like it's going to get crazy damage. But I do think one of the nice things about TEJO is you don't need any level of lineup to deny these kind of setups either. You could just be running in like this, close the door, you know that that guy's not going to push you, you know that this guy's not going to push you, and you rely on stuff like the recon dart to clear out these kind of positions. Obviously, that's not the same as in a pro game, because in a pro game, you're going to be nuking the site with 1,000 different explosives. But I don't know. He looks fun. He looks a bit busted, and I think that's going to be very interesting. Imagine bind off barrier. You do the deadlock nade. You do the deadlock nade on the floor outside lamps that gets fully anyone in lamps and insta send the TEJO molly. What the f do you do if you're the lamps player? I straight up think that you should just not be playing lamps against a TEJO, or at least not at the start of the round, because there's too many of those kind of combos. It's the first thing that Sliggy and TMV both were talking about when they were talking about this agent, was like, imagine holding lamps against this guy. And I'm like, well, maybe I just won't then. maybe I'll just hold, I don't know, pocket occasionally, and then try to hold top truck occasionally. And you know, it's kind of ridiculous that part of the map would be inaccessible to you, at least in the first 10 seconds, in case they ran a set play. But I think that's the kind of thing that this guy is going to do. You're going to be scared to hold in certain positions against him until you hear the budum, and then you're like, all right, I got 40 seconds of being a bit more safe. But yeah, it's absurdly strong. It's so versatile. That's what makes it so strong. Normally, when you have damaging abilities in this game, you need line of sight to the area that you're going to send them to. You need to be in some kind of, you know, you need to be kind of close to the area that you're doing damage to. And you either need a lineup, which requires you to be in a certain position, or you need line of sight to the area you're throwing it at, which requires you to be in a certain position. TEJO's just like, nah, I'm going to send him from the sky, from anywhere on the map. It's bonkers. It's bonkers.